They can see me. They can hear me.
Can they hear us?
They can hear you.
Woo!
Hell
Come on,
yeah.
We
remote, listen
did
to me.
audio
This plum is
right.
incredible. Good news.
What's the plum's incredible? Good.
Plum is really good.
I really wish I had
You know,
some fruit. You're making me
when
jealous,
you
I'll
have a
be
good
honest.
plum at 4:13 a.m., you know it's
I'd
gonna
take a
be a
good
good
pear
day.
apple right now.
Well, hello.
What fruit would you take,
For
Brian?
anybody who might still be here, nothing, because I am getting my blood drawn today because I have a physical next Friday, so I can't eat for 12 hours. I got my
Gross.
physical on my lunch break, and for those of you who don't know, if you guys haven't known, I've discovered in the past year and a half I am now a fainter when I get blood drawn. So fun.
I only faint if I have had zero food. If they made me do that, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna do blood, but you can't eat for like 24 hours," I'd be like, "Okay, then I'm not getting blood drawn." You have two options: I eat, or I get blood, or I don't get blood drawn. They aren't, because that's any. I've only fainted twice when getting blood drawn, and they're both times where we kind of skipped breakfast. We were gonna do breakfast right after my appointment with my mom, and that was a terrible choice. Blood drawn, made it through most of the way, and then the doctor walks out, and I fucking eat it on the table.
So,
Happened twice.
cool fun fact to start this. The way I discovered this was getting blood drawn about a year and a half ago. She decided to give me the cup to pee in after drawing my blood, and
Oh, that's
she drew my
funny.
blood, and it gave me the cup, and then I went in the bathroom, and the second I went inside, I locked the door, and then I started getting dizzy, and then I lost my balance, and then I fell on the ground. Then I couldn't move, and my consciousness started slipping, and I'm like, "I'm in a locked bathroom. I have just collapsed on the ground, and I'm losing consciousness. This is not good." And I held on to consciousness, and then I eventually got my strength back, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?"
That was fainting. You experienced fainting.
Yep, and then the next time I got my blood drawn, I peed in the cup first, and then they drew my blood, and they're like, "Alright, you're good to go," and I'm like, "Last time I fainted, so I think I'm gonna sit here for a little bit." And she's like, do you want water?" And I was like, "Probably be a good idea."
If you don't have like
Yeah.
a chewy bar or like a granola bar, yes, water will be the best next thing I could have.
Well, so we don't forget it. Hello, all you early morning goers. I'm
All
Brian
none of you.
Creevy. Yeah, and
I would
welcome
hope.
to DisasterCast, a D&D podcast where we sometimes talk about D&D, other times we're talking about fainting when getting blood
Really
drawn,
fun.
and
That
sometimes world politics, but
unfortunately,
who knows?
that's gonna drop our viewership off on this one a little bit.
What,
Skip
fainting?
to timestamp here if you hate fainting.
Yeah, sorry to our us viewer, just us.
Squeamish viewers, yeah.
You know, we don't actually know what episode this is.
Oh,
I can tell you in
No,
literally 2
Brian, we
seconds.
have
no,
two
I
episode 35s and two episode 36s. We have fucked up.
I fixed it by now, I thought. I thought
No,
I fixed it by
go
now.
on the YouTube.
Oh no.
We have not fixed it.
live research.
Because this morning I came down here because I woke up before Casey did, just because I was up. My brain woke me up at 3 for some reason on the dot. I literally was like, "Okay, I'm awake." Roll over. I'm like, "Why? The alarm isn't for another 10 minutes."
Why?
Yeah, I can sleep another 10 minutes, buddy. What the fuck?
Alright, you guys fix it. You guys talk, I'm gonna fix it live on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I
doing it
set
live.
an alarm. I set an alarm. For some reason, my new alarm sound is just like this really calming, like really
That's what I do for
pretty
camping.
music. And so it's like it gently woke me up, which was kind of the best way to do it.
That's how you want to wake up at this time. Me and Casey just have random pop punk music. That is what we wake up to in the morning, or one parody of I don't remember the actual real song's name, but it's. Do you know who Warp Zone is? Is it Warp Zone? Come on, go to. I need to go to actually my YouTube. I can't go to.
Now you're both researching.
Yeah, good job. He's like, I'm trying to eat toast, and they're both researching things. Like, I have the worst
really
co-hosts in history.
Conlan, I have
Good
just
episode.
forgot. I forgot to update the number on the last one we did. The last one was 37. So this one is 38.
I literally called this one 37 question mark. Because I'm like, it might be 38, but I'm not sure, and it's not my job to fix that.
Yeah.
That is the job of creative director Brian Creevy.
Hi.
Do we
Yes.
multi-stream on YouTube?
We don't currently because we need to have slightly more viewers on YouTube
Okay, because
do
we
it.
should.
No,
when
we
we
definitely
get the
should in the long
opportunity.
term. Wow, that was way
Yeah.
too clear. This music video is way clearer, and we're watching Austin Dury get beat up by puppets,
Yeah,
which is
I
insane.
can see it. I can see it, but I can't hear it, which is what's actually important for stream.
Well, before I had it set to slight blur, which is what I wanted, and the first music video was just nothing. It was just color. So I was like, okay, I'll turn it off. But that was very clear. I guess however they filmed the two music videos is very different, and the blur didn't like the first one.
I blurred my background because my room's a big mess.
My room's a mess, but it's kind of a mess because of good reasons. I'm cleaning, not because I'm having a problem. I'm in the middle of putting things away. Okay, and it is the Warp Zone, by the way. I was correct. I was not wrong in the name of.
Good job.
And it's Warp Zone Halo 4 Glad You Came, which came out 12 years ago as a YouTube video, which is its own horrifying thing to think about. That they're YouTube videos I watched 12 years ago that remain relevant within the psyche of my brain.
Yeah, that's because 2013 was 12 years ago.
I know. This is stuff I watched after college as a nerd.
You mean after high school?
After college for me, Brian, I only went a year.
Well, was it 2014 you went to college? So if we're talking about 2013, it's
I didn't probably watch it in
pre-college.
2013. I probably watched it in 2015, realistically.
True.
I found the channel.
You said 12 years ago.
Well, the video came out 12 years ago. But I probably did not watch it. I probably watched it 10 years ago, realistically, because I didn't find the channel until I began watching YouTube in college. And I didn't find a lot of YouTube channels till I came back from college and I had a lot more free time.
Well, Conlan, you're not the only one.
Oh, sorry, you continue. This was a complete tangent.
I was just going to say, Conlan, you're not the only one who still has core YouTube memories from YouTube videos made more than 12 years ago. Asdiff movies.
Which is older than 12 years by a lot.
The whole internet just bullied them into making the epilogue to Llamas with Hats after 12 years, roughly.
As literally a decade.
Yeah, they were like, okay, you guys have been complaining to us for over 10 years. Fine, this is the last one.
Ever. Does anybody else, when they eat toast, put a shit ton of butter in the middle to have a really buttery last bite? Or is that just me?
I don't eat toast in that way because I want the butter first.
I don't eat toast enough.
I think we just eat toast opposite ways, which makes sense as the foil that me and Vicky are as people.
Yeah, I if I'm eating it the most, I'm not diagnosed autistic, so take this with a grain of salt. When I eat it in the most autistic way that I can, I eat
you eat in circle.
Yeah, I eat it in a circle.
Okay.
I eat the crust first.
That's how I eat
I
burgers. I
eat
eat burgers in a circle.
I eat little
Yeah.
bites around the little buttery center, and then I eat the buttery center last.
Yeah,
I do it
autism
opposite
is a
with
spectrum. Everybody has their little things that could be like, wow, that was like a little
that was holy
autistic there.
tistic.
I
Sam
know. I know. It's
s-
just, I still have I like it that way.
As said,
yeah, but
it's one of those, we don't downplay autism, but it is definitely a
Mhm.
spectrum. There's lots of neurodivergent people who might not necessarily be autistic, but definitely have
Yeah,
autistic traits.
that's me.
we've
Hello.
been
At
we've been
bare
watching
minimum, has matching traits. Might also be
Yes.
autistic. You do have multiple autistic family members.
Yes. Yes, I do.
So it's like,
It's like maybe.
literally
and
impossible to
isn't
tell.
what
All the symptoms are all fucking all over the place. There's a lot of paint on the wall.
yeah,
Yeah.
and one thing that was core for me isn't that a typical like autistic thing. I found like 5 things I liked to eat growing up, and then that's all I
I know,
ate
Brian,
for
I was your
all of
best
my life.
friend, and it
Yeah.
lasted until relatively recently.
Yeah, Sam. Sam is the answer.
Even I couldn't drag you. I was like, whatever, I don't
Yeah.
care. This is not a hill I'm dying on. This is not...
In fact, so I
Sam
meant to
decided it was a
message
hill
her-
she was gonna die on.
I meant to message her last night because I think she's actually kind of affected my diet as well. Just very slightly so far because we don't hang out that often. But we've been hanging out a lot recently. And last night feels like today. Last night I all of the salad in my house had gone bad and I really wanted salad. So I drove to ShopRite at 8 p.m. and
That
bought
is
salad.
a
The
wildly adult thing to do, and also something I have, like, it's one of those things, that's a moment you
And-
realize you're an adult, is when...
And I bought
jalapeno cheddar.
Oh,
jalapeno
crispers.
cheddar. They're the rice crisps that Sam likes.
I do not like
It's
Rice
blurring
Crisps,
it.
but I don't like rice.
There we go. You can kind of see the
You-
bottom now.
I don't
Well,
get rice.
The wildest thing out of that story though, Vic, is that you found good salad to buy at 8 p.m. in a grocery store.
Yeah.
Vic
yeah.
lives
It's all
close
over
enough to
the
Big
refrigerator.
Y that if you go to Big Y or Whole Foods, you can go get good salad.
Mhm.
Like,
I went to ShopRite because I'm still kind of broke, but that will hopefully change soon.
at least go to Big Y. Big Y usually has good produce. They're
I'm pretty sure I have a job, guys. Isn't that crazy?
Where
I'm on a roller coaster this week, you guys. I feel like the people need to hear the full
okay.
story
Go for it. Know what?
posterity.
You're gonna
Yeah,
tell that story. I'm gonna
Vic,
still be
this
listening,
is
and I'm gonna go microwave my thing. But I'll have my headphones on.
yeah, Vic,
Okay,
Vic,
cool.
go ahead. This is the morning disaster cast. We're glad you're here to join us. Normally it's just
Hi.
Conlan and I being dumbasses together
Or
for like an
occasionally
hour and a half
Callum,
to
who
2
shows up for
hours.
like a half an hour because
Mhm.
their kid wakes up and they're like, I gotta go, bye.
Yep.
Time to be a sen.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, so I don't think we discussed this on stream, but after Joanne closed, I was unemployed for a period of time, obviously. And then I got another job at another small kind of fabric store. That didn't go very well for me, unfortunately. I will not name names, but things did not go well. I did not like the culture or the environment that shop. So I decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna quit. Decided randomly without any backup. This was on Monday. Today is Friday. Um, and then I got an interview literally yesterday. So I drove all the way to I don't want to name places actually. I
How
drove
far did you go?
35 minutes away. And interviewed at this place. It's like a cheerleading and gymnastics gym for kids. Which isn't really in my wheelhouse, but they don't seem to care about that. They were
A
like,
job is a
yeah,
job.
yeah. So she was like, we hire people outside of the gymnastics world. It's okay. Like, it's just, you're going to have to learn things. And I was like, I am equipped to learn things.
Hmm.
Like, I can do that. Um, and so, yeah, she seemed very nice. I had a great interview. Gave me a little tour of the place on the way out, shook my hand, said, I'll email you some stuff and hopefully we'll see you Monday for a meeting. And so yeah, crazy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did my onboarding paperwork this afternoon.
It,
So
nice.
unless
So,
something goes
what would you be
terribly
doing there?
wrong, I'm gonna be like a front desk person. So it's gonna be like emails, phone calls, checking in
Greeting people,
customers, greeting people.
which honestly, Vic, people like you and me are the best people to have as greeters, which is hilarious because we both have such bad anxiety
We have
levels,
really
but
bad
we're such a
anxiety.
nice person when we're in a role where it's like, hey, make everybody feel welcome and happy. We're
Yeah,
like
I
on it.
can do that. I can do that. Cause yeah, that's basically what it is. And so she was like, just so you know, there's obviously going to be times where there's going to be angry moms. And I was like, yeah, I kind of figured, from applying to this place that
We
would be
should
part of
ex-
it.
we should exchange work emails. So while we're stuck on a computer all day, randomly could just be like, sup.
I'm pretty sure I would actually get in trouble for that. I read the handbook.
Gotcha, okay.
So I read the handbook. One slight thing that I was like, this is kind of odd. The handbook was clearly like looked over by somebody other than the owner of the practice. Um and their notes were still there in the handbook. But I think that's just like technological like lack of
So, oh,
knowledge.
so they had like left
Mhm.
them as like the notes you put into PDFs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, those notes were still in the handbook,
So
like
how
in the
how
official handbook.
how bad idea is it that there is this was the very smallest amount of the beginning of mold on part of the cheese I just put on. Not the cheese part I
And
put on. I grabbed from the inside where it wasn't moldy of the
What
slices.
kind of cheese?
Cheddar
Slices?
slices.
Slices?
Yes,
Okay. Are,
cheddar that
was it
was
like
refrigerated.
packaged?
It was not
Was it like,
packaged. It was like chunks of cheddar, like deli cheddar.
oh, you should be fine.
I'm also was microwaved. It's not like I.
Yeah, you should
It's
be
not like I'm
good.
sitting there nomming on the mold chunks off of it.
it
Yeah.
just adds to the flavor.
Well,
Yummy.
cheese is
So
just mold.
also,
It's just mold that our stomach cultures can
bodies can
handle.
handle. Yeah.
Which is why there's some cheeses that upset people's stomachs because they're too moldy, is the problem.
Yeah. So, also, when I went grocery shopping, I went to the cheese section because I wanted, not like the fancy cheese section. To be clear, I can't afford that yet. But I went to the normal cheese section and I got, like a little tub of feta cheese for like a couple of dollars. But I noticed that they had some like shaved Parmesan, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I look at it, the bottom has like tiny little pieces of mold throughout, and I was like, That's not good. So
It's
I went and I
Parmesan.
found
It gets moldy when you let it exist.
it's not really supposed to be on Parmesan because it's
Especially in the grocery store still.
yeah. So I did
So
go tell an
Parmesan is
employee.
a very, like, it absorbs moisture very heavily.
Yeah. And this was in a refrigerated area. So it's like I was just kind of like, hey, just in
I've had
case
Parmesan
the
go.
fridges are failing, just in case somebody left
Well,
the
yeah, you
door
mentioned it
open
to
too
someone.
long, like
But I've had Parmesan go
yeah.
bad in my fridge, still in date, like unopened.
Mm.
Been like, oh, let me put some Parmesan on this. Okay, I guess this Parmesan I bought 2 days ago is bad. Parmesan is the
Ooh,
most fragile cheese.
Conlan, I love how your image froze for a few seconds in the
Hold,
position.
screen grab that later.
I know this will probably blind everybody, but I have a holy cat.
I can't see it's a cat. I'm sorry. Like, I know the shape
Uh,
cat be, but like,
It's just a ball of slightly
very
cat-shaped
cute.
light.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
Oh my
cute.
god.
It's like
Oh my
ethereal.
god. You
Is
just
it
get.
really cute?
Oh my god. Andy carves one of those in game, and then somebody just casts the light spell on it.
Oh my god.
He's much
Everybody
more
just
likely to
has
meet
to
Brackett in the next couple weeks than he is to re-meet his master right now, just to say. It does seem like there's a lot of busy work to get back to his master, unfortunately.
So, do we want to take this to
We're beginning this discussion on over into D&D? Whoa.
We sometimes talk about D&D.
It is us. We are the lore team. This is the three of us. Literally are like the head writers of the show.
Sam's got to join in because
Sam has been writing
he's
a lot more
starting to
recently,
help
which
a
is
lot.
fantastic.
Sam's the creative director of the Purity, with me just to approve things, but she's
That's
been
sick.
doing a lot of stuff with
No, that's
that, and I'm
good.
just like,
That's what we need to
cool.
do as a team, is we each take on little bits.
Yeah.
Because if we can't have Bryan do everything.
I have to give Sam her
Unless I'm
flowers,
getting
especially
paid.
because she's not here and can't argue with me about it.
I
But
can't argue
oh my
against
God.
for some reason getting
I know.
told
Yes,
that she's great.
She wouldn't want to hear the fact that I think that she's doing an incredible job. And just is. She's doing so well as a new D&D player. Like, it's crazy how invested she got, like, right off the bat, and I love it.
I knew
Like,
she would too. She's
She
been
loves
resisting it for
storytelling.
years.
Storytelling is a huge part. That's why me and Sam work as friends and immediately clicked, is we both love storytelling. And we'll storytell at each other, which I'm sure Bryan has sat there and just been like, wow, they're going to talk for the next 8 hours, and I have no control of the situation anymore.
D&D,
I'm just
guys.
here.
Do you guys just want to play D&D? You guys are
I feel like Bryan and Casey get annoyed that me and Sam will fill all of the talking roles for a hanging out time.
Casey, your wife will just sit there and not talk.
She'll let it
like,
and she won't interrupt us. And if you don't interrupt me and Sam will just talk. We have the gift of gab, and we'll just keep mumbling about bullshit. Because we have opinions. We've been thinking all day, and we have lots of things to tell you about that don't matter.
Can I talk about the fact that all of those words have like A in them? Like yap, gab, chat.
Yeah, it's the that humans make. It's almost like
speakers make.
True, it is slightly different in other countries. They do have a different sounding, or different cultural regions. Countries is a bad answer because it's cultural regions and cultural divides. It's based on origin language and stuff like that. See, I'm cultured. Actually, am I the most cultured person? Not in terms of my actual culturing. I'm the white guy. I meant in terms of, like, I interact with people across the world on a daily basis. Because, like, I talk to people in Ukraine, I talk to people in Poland and Czechia, and because I'm part of doing NAFO stuff. I'm talking to people all
Yeah.
over the world because American politics affect their lives, so they're yelling at Americans like, "Do something." This is bad
No,
for us. Eastern Europe is worried.
No, definitely you are way more than me. I work nearly 12-hour days, so I don't have much time
No,
to
you
talk
want to
to
be
people.
cultured.
Bad.
I told somebody the other day, a customer of mine, that I'm here from 6:30 AM to 6 PM, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "The overtime
The
must be
customer's
good." And
like,
I'm like,
why?
"Yeah."
You're like, mortgage, modern economy.
I ha I have a house, which I'll
Yeah.
always be, like, super grateful I was able to do that before I'm 30. Uh,
Yeah.
so many things in my life that I'm thankful for that led up to that, but, it doesn't get easier when you own a house. There's just more sponsorbilities,
Well,
and,
the key is
uh
it's the divide of rent versus like admittedly Ev, the three of us. Only Brian is fully paying like all of his bills. I'm paying most of my bills, but I don't have to pay for my housing. But that's because of a deal I have with my dad where I maintain the whole house and maintain the cars and like
Yeah.
he gets the value out of me. It's
Right.
just with a different
Yeah.
system. And I'm sure, Vicky, you have
Yeah.
similar things where you cook and do other stuff around the house, and it's like, yeah,
Basically, yeah.
it's like I am chore
I
monkey.
I do the
That deal?
social
Yeah.
I do the social management of my home.
Everyone's personalities.
Yeah, the emotional labor. That's me.
Um, but
manual labor.
yeah, but the like cost of owning a home versus renting is nearly identical when you begin realizing how
Oh yeah.
expensive like you have to instead of being a fixed rate for power, say your rent includes power and like gas, which it tends to. Yeah, no, you have to pay your power and gas. And guess what? It's variable. So guess you don't know what's going to be next month. Oh no,
That's
you
true.
accidentally left the air conditioning at 72 instead of 74, and now the bill's $100 more. Fuck. Fuck.
Mm.
You have to be very micromanagey, because everything is on you.
Yeah, I
You
have
you
some
you
of those
can't
bills
you
and they
can't
suck and
just
I hate it.
you can't just call your landlord and just be like, "Hey, fix this." It's like, "Oh, I'm the landlord."
I have to fix this. Damn.
Or I have to fix it and I have a
That's
That's
what we
right.
schedule.
call Conlan, yeah.
The problem is I have a schedule. I'm
2025.
not around every day.
Yeah,
I know.
Conlan, full stop, end of August, early September, or no, so not end of August, end of September
Yeah,
into October.
yeah, I'm like,
I was like,
no, you're going on vacation the time you're describing. What are you talking about?
yeah, and I was like, "Sorry, I'm a month behind from what I'm saying."
Yeah, you're
No,
planned a month out is the problem.
end of September, yo, we gotta do at least one of the car projects because I just gotta get them done. Like, it's been months of
You just
almost a
need
year on some
to
cars of just living on a prayer.
get over here and get done. Just pick
Yeah,
uh
we need to pick a
you know
weekend,
what? We're
or
sitting right here. I'm going to open up a calendar. I will not say
Planning.
what's happening in my calendar for the safety and security of other people because I do things.
Yo, we have 4 people in right now, it
Oh,
What?
says. What's
wild.
up, 4
What?
AM people?
Uh,
Somebody throw some questions in the
Real?
chat. We rarely ever have people in the chat, and, we
a
would
very
love
weird
some
music video happening
Who are
behind me.
questions.
It's
you? Why
wonderful.
are you here? What are you
Oh,
doing?
and we lost 2 people, okay.
At least
We
I'm
that's
mentioned them, and
bullying
then
them.
we scared them away.
I
wow,
bullied them.
that was quick. Um,
They came in, and was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then we addressed them directly, and they were like, "Nope."
Yeah, we gotta be more friendly to the lurkers. It was instantly like, get out of here.
song is way louder than their song was. Okay. So far, based on looking at schedules, minus. Thank you, computer, for not loading in Casey's appointments like it's supposed to on my phone, but telling me what all the Penn State games are.
That's helpful.
It's important. Much more important. The games
Yeah.
that happen on Saturday at 1 p.m. almost every single Saturday,
Yeah.
unless it's prime time. And I don't even care that much. I don't watch every game. I lurk on Twitter and other media apps and go, is something interesting happening? I'll watch some replays. And that's about all I
Man,
care
I'm
about
sleepy.
football. That's as much about football I care about is like, hey, what's some cool stuff that happened during the game? Did we win? Did we not win? Okay, that's all I need to know.
Why do you guys do this?
What?
I'm so tired.
Oh, why do I do this?
It's
Because I'm already awake.
Why do I do this? Is because I work from 6:30 to 6 p.m. I then
I
get to enjoy a
know.
couple hours with my fiance before going to bed, and then I need to write at some point or talk to my friend at some point.
But
So
it's now.
Yeah.
I'm up at 3. Sometimes I'm just like, I guess I have to wake up 2 to 3 hours
It's
before my shift to do
It is
something
slowly
right.
making me realize that I guess my inevitable future is to just run a morning show by night people, which is me just passing off the night on to the people in the morning and saying, well, this is everything that happened last night. Good fucking luck.
I feel like there must be some sort of programming where that's the thing.
That's the...
I feel like.
So us podcasting right now is what talk radio is.
That's so true.
We
Talk
are modern
radio.
talk radio, and I don't think I've realized that there's been a couple people who've
Wow.
mentioned the concept of that, but my brain really clicked in the past couple weeks, and I'm like, we just are talk
so
radio.
true.
This is
We
just
are.
the new version of it.
Yeah, except we don't play any music, which is...
Not all talk radio plays music,
I know, but...
and some of it also only does news or has small
That's so
interludes
true.
and ads, which podcasts
And now for
do.
the traffic. I-95 is clear and right.
It's not.
It's 4:45 in the morning. It's
There
dark
is
outside.
traffic here in Milford because they're doing something on those bridges they're repaving.
You're so right. Oh my god, it was so bad getting home from ShopRite.
Oh, I can imagine.
I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm sitting in
Yeah.
this traffic. People were honking at me. I'm like, dude,
Not me.
do you want me to hit person in front of me? Because that's the only place I can go.
They also have construction getting done on the exit 10 connector for I-91 North, which is my exit to get home. So for the past like week or so, it's been a little bit hard getting off the exit. But I'm like, it was kind of overdue to get paved. Like it was
They're
getting a
trying to
little
get some of these
bad.
projects done right before the new school year starts.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to like bleep out all of the locations that we're saying really casually.
Vic, for anybody who
Saying
has been here
I-95
from beginning to
Milford
now,
is like
if
the
they
most
know-
boring goddamn thing ever. 95 is the longest contiguous highway in this country. Like, yeah,
and
Milford's a
91
pretty
also goes
specific
from
spot.
Connecticut up north.
Yeah, Milford's a pretty significant spot. Like Milford, where they know we're in CT at this point. Obviously, there's no way they don't. With years of us talking, they know. Also, like we're clearly from the Northeast. Like, sorry, we are the most fucking New Englandy
That's
people on the
true.
planet.
That's true.
You can tell we're from the shoreline.
Your wife is a long-term employee at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. And that's known lore within the Nat Disaster community. If you want Casey lore in the background. So like, who cares? Milford, I-95 Milford is very long. I drive through it. You know I live in Milford. Find me amongst fucking 60,000 other people.
Conlan, I just Googled,
I look like a normal dude.
Conlan, I Googled how many Milfords does I-95 go through, and it's at least 1, possibly 2. Thanks, Internet.
Because does it go through Milford, New Jersey?
It said possibly goes through Milford, Delaware.
Okay. Because there's a Milford, New Jersey, a Milford, Delaware, Milford, Massachusetts.
For sure.
There's a Milford, Pennsylvania.
It says definitively Milford, Connecticut, but
yeah.
but
Thanks. That's the end of one of the busy. So this year, did you know the stretch from the New York line until Stanford/Fairfield area is the busiest piece of highway in the entire United States of America?
I would believe
It
it.
is more busy than the 405 in LA.
Yeah, I just gotta say, people be complaining about LA traffic.
It's worse here.
Move
there's
to Connecticut, you fuckers.
There's less space. Also, there's no excuse. You guys don't have much transit. We do.
Yeah, we have
Trains.
We have buses.
We have the only part of Amtrak and any part of like major rail infrastructure in the country that makes money.
And hey, guess what? The trains are also full.
Mhm.
That's
There's
true.
just
We
too
need
many
more
people
trains.
here.
Well, it is one if you the Metropolis, which goes from Washington D.C. / like
Yeah.
well, no, it's a megapolis because it's multiple urban areas. Because it's one continuous piece of city, contiguous-ish, from Alexandria area, so I just below D.C., all the way up to the suburbs of Boston, which is like Lowell and into New Hampshire. That area is almost 1/3 of the entire U.S. economy. And it's not 1/3 of the population. It's just because New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Boston. And I'm not even talking about all the minor cities that are in Massachusetts, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey,
There's
Pennsylvania.
a bunch of other like really busy cities that are like
in between those. Yeah, we live in honestly the most if you actually like grand scale it against the world, you go, wow, we've created something insane.
Yeah. Do you guys think that eventually just this whole portion of the United States will just be city?
Yeah. I think it'll be a lot like Europe, where it gets more and more dense, but there's still definitely parks because nature is part of the history of this area, as well as this area is already very European to begin with because of both.
Yeah.
I don't know, look at the three white
England.
European people talking at the cameras.
I mean, it's called New England.
Yeah, it's called New England, and the Northeast is culturally from Europe. It's almost that's the whole deal.
Part, yeah.
And honestly, as somebody who has like gone to a few different areas of the country and also the world now, I hope to go to more over time though. But we do have a lot of trees still. Like, yes, deforestation is an issue in the world, but New England is pretty good at keeping our trees. Like we do have expanded and
we're
cut
reaching
some
a
trees down, but we still have forests.
You know how in like when we were kids, a lot of trees were getting cut down, and then they stopped during like the environmentalism of the like mid 2000s. We're hitting another one of those parts of people cutting a lot of trees down. But part of it is because there's a bunch of diseased trees in Connecticut right now. From blight. So now it's more like we don't want to cut the trees down. We have to cut the trees down.
So they should do what I mean, if we're gonna do anything, do something like what they do in Scotland, where they literally like do over time cut down whole fields just to replant them again to actually like
there are definitely areas where that's gonna happen. Like where was it the ash maple, whatever it is, the one that got really diseased and like wiped out in Connecticut, Massachusetts. I forgot what it is. I just remember that it's bad. I know they are pushing homeowners, landowners to replant.
They're probably gonna cut down the tree in front of my house, the really big one.
I one day have to cut down the trees behind my house. It just is inevitable. Yeah. They're too big for how close they are to my house.
to both of you guys, going off of that topic, I'm so sorry because I grew up with two iconic trees in my family's house yard. One that none of you guys were even around in my life.
It was gone before we showed up.
We cut it down right before I went into high school. And it was on the back porch, like where the grill is and everything. There was one right near the staircase, and we made a rope swing off of it so we can just jump off the deck grab the rope, and jump into the yard. Loved it. And then Vic, do you remember the giant tree that was in my family's side yard?
Um,
I do.
You didn't come around a lot
I remember
back
I
it.
then, so
didn't.
I don't know if you
I
remember.
remember it.
But if you ever passed by that elementary school across the street from me, I was about to literally name drop where my parents were for a
That
second.
would have been your fault.
Um, but we had a huge, I think it was an oak tree,
And empty.
just in the side yard where there's that giant space next to the bushes there, and we had a tire swing off of that tree. And
Mm.
they basically told my dad one day that, like, hey, we either have to cut part of the tree off for the power lines, or we'll cut and get rid of the whole thing for you for free. And my dad's like, well, you said my favorite word.
I mean, fair, tree removal's really expensive if you
Yeah, no,
don't get it done
I
by UI.
don't blame him for that
Yeah.
one because it was basically they were giving him 2 options. Either have us remove the whole thing for free, or for free, we will cut out about a third of the tree so it looks really fucking weird, to not hit the power lines,
Yeah.
and then if you ever wanna get rid of it, it is up to you. So
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, where it's like they haven't officially been like, "Hey, you definitely need to this year." But the last time they came around, they said that, and my dad went,
mhm.
"Nope."
It's
But
because
this
they want
year,
you to get rid of it.
yeah, this year I think that my dad is finally like, "Yeah, we should probably get rid
Well,
of
I
that
think
tree."
you guys remember that there used to be a tree, like, at the top of my yard.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that lost a branch, and then within a year we cut it down just because we're like, okay, if one branch broke off in a storm, what's next?
I'm realizing I don't notice things like this that much when people do that to their house.
Did you not notice I cut a
Because
tree down in front of my yard this year?
nope,
The tree in the corner is gone. It's been dropping
nope.
branches for
Um,
years. That thing is an
Didn't
ugly
notice.
weed,
Conlon, you're
anyways.
Conlon, you're the only one that I think in my life probably remembers the stages of what my house looked like because you've been at my parents' house
Mm.
multiple times every year since high school.
Yeah,
So every
yeah,
time my dad did a change.
yeah. No, I remember things.
That's so funny.
Well,
Yeah,
it's almost like we've been
I think
best
I came
friends since
to.
our freshman year of high school.
I think I've basically been to your house twice, and then the most recent time.
Hmm.
So like 3 times in our entire
Yeah,
time
Vic
of
comes over
being
my house all the
friends.
time, not really your house.
Yeah.
But it's also
Yeah.
because Vic was coming over my house before, like, Vic was hanging out with you when it was just, like, the rest of
Yeah.
the, friend group from early high school, which is, like, all the theater kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Vic, I like how often you're coming around the house more, and Sam does too.
I love her. And I love you too. I
Okay,
loved you first. Oh.
it is 4:56. I have about a half hour left before I have to come off, and then you guys can keep talking if you want. Uh,
let's see if my
I
caffeine's still
do.
kicking me.
Do you guys want to talk about
Yeah, we
like
did.
next
Yeah,
session?
yeah. Guess what? We said let's talk about D&D, and we immediately sequidored. Was
Yeah.
fucking forever away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're
Because
human.
it's not
Well, that's the whole.
guaranteed.
That's the joke about
Well,
the
we can.
podcast. Is it's the D&D podcast where sometimes maybe we might talk about D&D.
Mhm.
It's partly
There have
because we don't really get to catch up that much
Well, yeah,
outside.
that's
yeah.
why it is
Yeah.
It is. I do know what I'm doing. I did make a good tagline, admittedly on a whim, when we started our first episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and
Because it was
Brian,
supposed we weren't
every
sure what
line
it
that
was
you
gonna
hear me and
be.
Brian invent on any of these shows, we whimmed it. We did not plan it. We just improv and hope for the best.
Mm.
Not for the writing in the background, but for stupid shit we say. Yeah.
Hmm.
Disaster Master. That was just came out of people.
Where is Carson? Bring him home.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you that.
He's
Hey.
my dad. Not really.
He's my second father figure.
He's my emotional support dad.
He's my emotional support dad.
Oh. Yeah, no, he that was a fun plot thread to leave dangling open after the heist.
Yeah.
Because
It made me
Cos
want to hit you a little bit.
mhm, Cosin well, yeah, there was some things that you got what happened to Cosin, and had a very loose connection to something going on
Yeah.
in the heist. There was some strands that could have learned more that might have led down knowing more about what he did, but it was a very obscure thing that, like,
Yeah.
there was too much going on in the heist that it was just, like, something I knew if you guys went down that strand, but it was there was very little chance of you guys discovering that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, because there was way too much going on that fucking lava map. That's where you would have
Yeah.
discovered
Oh
information on it.
shit.
That's probably one of my favorite maps I've ever made. That was huge.
That's kind of crazy though, because like, yeah, that map is gigantic, number one. And number two, we had barely any time in there, honestly.
Mhm. It was one
Well,
of
we
those
did
things
engage
where, like
some things very quickly, and we definitely could have spent more time discovering. We may or may
Oh,
not
for
have done
sure.
the most stealthy entrance or
You're
any list
flipping
of
everybody off
things.
right now, buddy.
I like that Disney Plus is completely broken. Thank you, Disney Plus. You are a completely useless piece of software.
there we go.
What was the problem?
Nope.
Right.
No, so Disney Plus is dead. I have to
That's
go
the
turn
home
around and
screen.
fix it. Don't worry about it. Are you all distracted because I'm changing things while
Yes.
talking? Can you not do both
Yes.
tasks at the
Yes.
same time? I do have
Uh,
ADHD. I can do two things at
mhm.
once. I have two-threaded brain.
I can do more than one thing at once, but sometimes things are distracting.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just put music back on. It's okay.
And to be fair, that map in the heist, the lava map, you guys were also taking not everybody, but taking occasional damage just from breathing. So
That's
there
true.
you guys were on a timer. Everybody but
Yeah.
Andy was on a timer.
Yeah. Andy could have hung out there forever.
Just like in the Eye of All.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of a hot ability to not need to breathe. Like people I didn't realize how like useful it would turn out to be to not have to breathe.
I could
Turns
tell you
out.
that easily. You know, so many times where I was like, it'd be cool if I wasn't drowning.
I mean, like, yes. Obviously, like the thought came to me, like, if we end up going underwater, but I was like, we're in the middle of a city. When is that gonna happen?
Apparently, multiple
You
times.
know?
Brian just loves using people's abilities. That's kind of his whole deal.
Yes,
I feel like
yes.
Brian, when he's writing, he gets a little notepad and sticks on his screen that says, "Abilities I want to see used. Not breathing. Let's kill him again." Will Conlan figure out how mastermind bullshit works?
I know. I think I was talking to Sam about Brian as a DM, because I really enjoy how you DM. Obviously, I wouldn't be playing with you for 6 years if I didn't like playing with you. But
Mhm.
holy shit. So it's like you have this really good ability of not only like telling like a lovely story, like you're very good at crafting that world, but then you also make sure to give people their stars and like give people their flowers. And so you like intentionally make scenarios where you know that not only the characters, like the in-game characters, but us as players would shine at. And you make sure to put those in there so
Mhm.
that everybody has a seat at the table and everybody has a moment that like really brings them forward and talks about them and their character and who they are and like highlights our strengths as players as well. And that's really, really special in a DM because it's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle. But you make sure. And I think that's kind of one of the most important parts, honestly. Like making sure that you have your players
The TV is
as a
so
front
bright
piece
you
in your
can't
world
see.
because they're because they're the part of the world that like the viewers and us as
Mhm.
players see, you know?
Yeah, it's you guys drive the story. There is a story going on, but the whole point of it is for you guys to make it. So yeah, you got to craft things around your players because the whole point is for them to play, and that's where I get the enjoyment out of you guys playing and taking something that I kind of like just put out there, and it's just like, whoa, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, yeah. Is there something that we've done that's really surprised you? Like
Oh
just
God.
fully like completely out of what you expected to happen.
Of all its entirety was not what he expected to happen.
But,
Like every ounce
well,
of that was he planned something definitely different than what happened at the Eye of All.
yeah, no, like you guys have definitely done multiple things that I
Or
did
us
not
getting out of
expect.
our rogue bullshit and totally not getting in trouble for that night. I think Bryan was actually upset. I think that was the closest we've gotten our DM to being like, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Which night?
That night where we all rolled perfectly for our lies and like other shit, and you're just like, fucking party of rogues. I'm both proud of you
Oh,
and I hate you.
I think that probably is one of the top 5 moments. There's definitely more, but escaping the Eye of All was one of those just like
That's crazy.
I was like, I had no idea how you guys were gonna get out of here, and I'm not mad, but I kind of am.
You're like, I wanted to arrest you.
Mhm,
I think
mhm.
I think it's
You guys
even
just
better.
definitely committed multiple crimes.
I think lore wise, the Eye of All arc and what we do and not getting in trouble epitomizes the point of our characters, which is we're not the bad guys in the story, we're just doing something bad.
Mhm,
Like
That's so true. The bad guys in the stories are in the story is way worse.
yeah, we're
mhm,
just like, hey, we're broke and need to make some money, and this is how it works in the city
Yeah.
right now. We
We
didn't
were
choose to
kind of
do that.
morally gray. We did some morally gray stuff, but honestly,
But we helped
is it
people, and we didn't kill
evil?
anyone that wasn't like necessary to kill.
Yeah. Is it evil to steal from an evil person? I don't know.
If you asked Rain, no. The answer is no. It's not evil. It might even be the correct thing to do
Yeah. Because,
because
we
corruption
found out
corrupts.
through, exploration at the heist, we found out a lot of really bad things about Dai Hanada that made me not so upset about having to steal from him. And I was
Well,
like, damn, if I can kill this guy, I'm gonna.
I
And
guess
then
when I pushed
I
Bryan
didn't
for
have
the
to, so that was cool.
I am the fault that the world is more corrupt, I think, than Bryan was originally going to write. Like, there was going to be corruption. It's Bryan, he's going to have some
Right.
kind of bit. But I pushed it to be more corrupt based on Rain's backstory writing, and Bryan ran with it. And I'm happy he did, because he's made some sick-ass stories with it. So I'm happy I inspired... I'm like, or how about, like, it doesn't have to all be corrupt. Duh. That would be boring. If it's all
Obviously.
corrupt,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see, it's complex is better than just one note either direction. All good,
Yeah.
all
mhm.
bad, boring. A
And
complex
there's like
lore
a
of good
lot
and
of
bad.
weird different corruption in different areas.
Well, and some
too,
people are
so it's
doing
like,
bad things for the right reasons, and people are doing bad things for the wrong reasons, and people are doing good things for the wrong reasons. It's everywhere.
yeah,
It's literally
It's a
a
city.
city with multiple sections, factions, religious sects, revolutionary groups, rogue,
yeah.
And it's a city that
it.
has gone through trauma in the past, like, 30 years multiple times. With,
Yeah,
like,
no,
multiple
there was
city
the
people have died.
and the Liberator, remember, brought up to you guys that it was like 40 something years ago that there was like the change of like, hey, I forgot how it was, like the Great Flood or something like that it named, where
Mhm.
uh everybody in the Underzist, they were thought to have like died, and like the upper city believed, hey, everything, all the problems with the Underzist are gone now. And then the Liberator has just crafted this Undercity hidden environment from everything.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of like cool lore stuff, and like so many different things going on. Like there's
So
stuff that
interesting to
happened in
me.
there that will pay off in the Misfit Warrior campaign when
Yeah.
going to Zista City. That is like years in the making of stuff that
Hell
I
yeah.
have.
That's the point of the
So
lore
here's
of this
here's an
world.
interesting thing that I think we should bring up. Just for any viewers who didn't watch the earlier campaign of Misfit Warriors. We met the Sub-City Ravens very early on,
Which we meet.
and they
They
are
were in
from
episode 2. They
they
were
are
the
from
band at the
Zista
preservation
City.
They're the
celebration.
first
They're
major recurring.
from Zista. And so we met them pretty early on, and we had conversations with their characters pretty early on. And one of the things that they said, without telling us why or telling us what it meant, was to avoid the Undersista. They said to avoid the symbol of the Undersista, basically. And so now we kind of have to think about why that is, because we as people, as players, have been in the Undersystem several times as our new
Well, this is gonna be
characters.
very interesting because you're right. We've been told, though
And
we haven't thought
have
about it, and we have
interacted
Seabreeze,
with
and we have
those
Helium
characters
with
as
us.
the heist
Yeah.
characters.
Yes. Exactly.
There is at least two, unless I'm forgetting anything, but two plot threads with the Sub-City Ravens that have been ongoing since 2019, and
That's
you guys
crazy.
still have no idea where they're going. And I'm like, this is gonna be a good
That
payoff
is a
one day.
lie. I have an idea where some of it is going.
Oh, you have, okay? Do tell.
Well, we know. Okay, I'm not
Don't look
remembering.
so smug, Brian. Take that look off your
Yeah,
face.
Brian,
You can't
you
do
are.
that.
If you predict
I don't know the
this,
exact thing that's gonna happen, Brian, but I can find the crumbs you've left that I like, which are fantastic crumbs. So you have the way. Okay, can you remind me everyone's names and their personalities? Just because I
Tasty
don't.
crumbs.
Because I don't like.
Jaspel, Zane, and Clea.
Yeah, Clea is the rich bratty one who is pretending to not be rich and bratty, right? Or is it Jazzful that's
They're
rich
not
and bratty?
rich. No, they're not. You're thinking the rich girl was Static,
Uh,
in that group. The rich girl, no, in the Sub-City Ravens, like they were. None of them are like well off.
I think Conlan is thinking about how Jazzful reacted to being called princess.
Yes, that
yes.
one. Yep. So you guys obviously know. You guys have some thoughts on who Jazzful like is and relations and
Mhm.
stuff. So.
I say it. I
So
know what it
continue.
is.
Sorry, Jaspel, Kalia, Zane.
Okay, maybe I've misinterpreted from why I got that episode then. I can be wrong.
No,
Well,
yeah,
so
no.
we do know that Jazzful is related to the guy that Kyron slept with.
Well, yeah, we know that. Yeah. We know that it's the Clordor. Like, I know
So
that
we
there's
know
something
that
about them. That the family
their
is.
family is at least probably well off in Zista, if their son is a high-ranking officer
Or at bare minimum,
who's going to
the two
other
of them are doing
areas.
okay. They might not have parents. I actually don't know that. We have not determined their family situation. It could be he's in the guard because that's the only way to provide for his sister, and I'm guessing that's
See?
the lore. Based on the
You guys
face.
don't know any of this stuff with them. There's so
Yeah.
much going
No,
on
no.
with
I
the
assume that they're
Clodoras.
actually pretty complex characters because Bryan very clearly tried to, in the very beginning of meeting each of them, was like, they will be main recurrings because I wrote some fun, stupid shit about them.
Yeah.
I still to this day remember introducing her brother to you guys, Jeremiah, and just
Clitoris.
Yeah.
using the last name Clodora, and you guys were just like, Jaspel's brother? Like, what?
Also, we said clitoris about 40 times in that episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the first name I regret giving to you guys.
Wait, where am I, Bryan? This is your fault. How did this not click? Like, this was... You just had to say it out loud once, and you go, oh, maybe we need to adjust a little
I
bit.
was in some
He
like a
hadn't
writing zone.
found it yet, so
I was in the zone. And I'm
Or,
like, okay,
my favorite,
Jaspel and
Bryan
Jeremiah,
has written it
Clodora, blah, blah,
down,
blah.
thinks it looks cool on paper, and has never said it out loud. And Bryan does that to himself a lot.
Yeah.
And it's great when it's on
a
session,
thing
he
that a
goes,
lot of
how do you say that? What did I write?
it's a thing that a lot of DMs run into, actually.
I know, I do it too.
Because
you
you're
grab a
trying
name.
to write fantasy names.
And
You're trying to make names that don't sound like English names.
And they all don't have meaning, so sometimes you just go into Fantasy Name Generator and mash the button.
Yeah.
And that's
But,
okay.
You know, with them, that was not a name generator. That came out of my head, and I did not say it out loud until I did, and then I was like, wow, I need to start doing this, and I continued to forget to do that for most of the names going forward. But
It's
yeah,
okay.
no,
It's a
they're
pivotally important part of this show.
It's very funny.
Is me.
And I think it's a part of every D&D show. I'm not gonna lie. I think that
it's a critical role
everybody
thing too.
Yeah, I think everybody gets a point where you say a name and you go, "Oh shit, that sounds so dirty," and I hope the players don't notice, and then the players immediately notice.
I
And
love it
harp on
because
it, and then
also
it's like a 5-minute tangent.
Also,
Yeah.
both those characters actually are fantastic, so it's okay they have a bad joke name.
They're
So
good.
that means the
I like
jokes
them
are
a
actually
lot.
sincere instead of us making fun of you. They're genuinely like, oh, cool, the character's here, but I'm gonna call him Clitoris the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
And
yeah.
there is
Number two, Bryan praise NPCs. So fucking good.
Well, Bryan's
So
good.
fucking good.
Bryan's good.
I want to hang out with every single one of them.
It's just you want to hang out with Bryan.
Yes. It's almost like I have been, and I love Bryan Creevy.
well, like it's fun to create characters, and then you can like create things that sometimes it's not fun, but that nobody will ever see it. It's just for you. But
Yeah, there
I
is
don't
an
know. It's fun.
entire
It's fun to
group
just dive
that-
into it all.
There's an entire group in background lore written for the heist, that there's multiple characters that we may have sent them off to never be seen again, potentially. It might cause lore later, but unfortunately
The
not
only
useful
person
right
who
now.
saw them was Andy.
Yeah.
And I threatened to throw one of them into lava.
He deserved it. It's okay.
It was the most unhinged thing that Vic, have ever done, I think, is threaten to throw a character into lava. But he wouldn't let go.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed the item.
And you're panicked.
And we were surrounded by lava.
Yeah, when you said that, his instincts were just like, well, not worth my life.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of the threat, yeah.
And he was just like, I don't like threatening people, but will it work?
Yeah, it was definitely a panic of, okay, I don't want to bring this guy all the way back to my friends to see this dragon. So I need to get rid of him as soon as I possibly can. We are directly next to a pool of lava, and I have time left. Let me just be like,
I throw
Okay,
you
dude.
lava.
I've been trying to get you to let go. If you don't, I'm gonna throw you into lava. Do you want that?
Man,
And he's like,
I
no. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna drop your ass. Bye.
we've lore-wise caused a kid in lore to now have been orphaned of a mother.
Yeah, and
And
Vojo
Rain is the
Variana.
direct cause, and she doesn't know that right now. I do, the person who
So-
wrote the lore.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you guys have done that multiple. Oh, you. That was one time there. You
That was
specifically.
one time that you guys have created a orphaned child.
Yeah. Well, sorry, my brain went to when you guys
Well, we don't know if they got out. They could
rescued
have
that
gotten out.
orphan child.
Yes. We
Um,
did rescue a
I
child.
I
So,
I I
even.
will. I will let you know one thing, Vic. They did not
Yeah.
get out of the cache.
I
There
knew that.
were very few exits. I'm not the way you guys went wasn't the only one, but there were very few ways to get out, and it closed seconds after you guys were in there,
Yeah.
went through and fought.
We
So
barely got out.
they
We
they
Are they in,
barely
like,
got
the
out.
Astral Sea
They
right
aren't in
now?
the Astral Sea. No, that the Astral Sea was caused by your bag of holding and bag of
Yeah.
devouring together. No, when you undid the cache, it sent the lair back to where it was snatched out of. So hard,
Oh,
it's
plane of
They are at
fire.
Greasefleur's lair. They are potentially in the servitude of him.
so the Greasefleur's lair back in the Timeless Age was in the Lightning Scar mountain range, right at the edge of Zista. Just so
Oh,
you
shit.
guys know. If you guys haven't
We
if
may
nobody
have
looked into the lore on
enslaved
that.
some people by accident.
And you guys now have a
That's
ancient red
probably where he
dragon
went
back
then.
in its lair, like near mere miles from Zista City.
Hey, I gave you your shit back. Don't fucking bother me. If you make it my
True.
problem, I will make it your problem.
Mm.
But
And
yeah,
you're
no,
one guy. You
they
might be
went
one dragon, but I have a kingdom.
back
This
with
is
the
the thing.
cash.
He's definitely not gonna give a shit that we set him free. He definitely still wants to kill our asses. There's no way that he doesn't. Especially Andy. Especially Andy.
He has a grudge against the person inside Andy.
It's not my fault. I set him free. It should be even.
Yeah, we
It's
gave
like,
you your whole
I,
cash back. We didn't even steal that much gold from you. Only a little
I
bit.
I love how that's how Andy's brain works sometimes. Greasefleur would be like, "Sure, I'm still gonna eat you."
why?
Because he's just a jerk. He's
He
just
is
a
evil.
jerk.
He is evil.
Yeah.
His
The
alignment is
unfortunate reality
evil.
is one day we're just gonna have to put the dragon down, and that's upsetting.
And you guys will have another fight with an ancient red dragon
Well,
that has magic.
a
Fun
bunch of
little chat that
cannons
we
are
can
gonna have
talk
a
about
fight with an
as
ancient
well.
red dragon.
Um, you guys fought against a tiny little green dragon for half a second until Sam said no.
Can we be
No,
friends?
actually. Let's be friends.
Conlan was a goat in the dragon's mouth.
Yeah. For our viewers, we did a little game off stream, where we ran, it's, shit, it's like, many taverns. It's, they make like the fantasy coffee and tea company.
Yeah.
They have a free, they have like a free, adventure that you can play, if you just sign up for their email list, which is free to do. And so I had
Yeah, we
the joy
DM'd
of
with some
running that.
development from a world viewers might see parts of.
Yeah.
Because
So
it
I
is.
had the joy of running most of that on my own, but also with a lot of input from Conlan because it's in his campaign setting that we
It was just
we
because we
mashed
needed a
things
setting
up.
that was done. We just needed.
Yeah, we mashed things together. And yeah, the players. I put down a young green dragon and Sam cast Control Monster.
It worked.
I rolled a nat 1. So, and so I've
When the
decided,
dice decide, and it's just like, well,
yeah,
I gotta roll with this as a DM.
exactly.
Those are kind of my favorite moments. That's why, Vic, I'm so glad that happened to you
Yeah.
because it when it happened, it's just like, all right, I gotta roll
All
with this
right.
now, and
Yeah.
that's like the weirdest, funnest feeling as a DM.
It was so fun. It was so fun. And so I went looking through because I was trying to justify my choice that I made at the end where I didn't have the dragon be angry at Sam. Um because I didn't want to punish number 1, such a creative solution to the problem that was at hand. That was number 1. And number 2, I didn't want to punish all that really great role play that I got out of that. So I didn't want to have that good moment and then be like, actually, he's pissed off at you. I wanted
Mhm.
to have that really great moment and then be like, I see what you did there. Respect. Don't try it again.
Yeah, I feel like the dragon
That is
is a
funny.
little pissed off, but it's like, but
Yeah.
respect. We're friends. We are
Yeah.
friends. But you pull that
We're
shit fucking again.
friends.
You
Exactly. That's
That
literally the line. He's like, you know what? That was smart. I see what you did there. I would have done it too. I'm not pissed,
You weren't
but
even
don't
mean to
pull that
me.
with me.
Like, we made a nice
Exactly.
deal. You're kind about
we're
Exactly.
it.
friend we're friends now, but if you ever trick me again, I will betray your ass immediately.
I am not a
Yeah,
reliable
kind of.
ally.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you go through like the dragon like flaws and morals and stuff, there's a lot of things that you can go for that aren't necessarily evil, even if the alignment is evil.
Mhm.
And so I thought that that was kind of an interesting thing, to still have an evil alignment but maybe have like a good flaw and be like, more of a complex dragon character, because a lot of the time they're just big evil,
Yeah.
big evil. And so it's interesting seeing the differences between
Greasefiller, how he's
Greasefleur
just evil.
and how he's just evil
Have
and death.
you have you looked through this before, Vic?
I have not, no.
Next time you come over here, I should let you borrow this. This is a
Ah,
really cool little thing for dragon and dragon magic. This is where I
that's so
gained
cool.
the idea of, oh, let's make Greasefleur be able to cast magic. Because what's worse than an ancient red dragon, but an ancient red dragon that knows magic?
Yep. Yep.
He's
Like,
unreasonable and
damn.
doesn't like negotiations.
Oh yeah, because he's like, fuck you, I'm bigger than you. You're not in power here.
I'm bigger than you. I'm older than you by leagues. I
Yeah.
have been trapped here for millennia.
Yeah.
Like
You will do what I say and you will like
you
it.
and this is the only domain I have been allowed to be in for over 2,000 years. You are in my domain. Get to say what happens here. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much lore
Yeah.
in Greasefleur's lair that just didn't get to be touched on, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "It's
I mean,
fine."
I did have the whole bargaining chip of I control your release.
Mhm.
So I
He's
was
Rain
trying to use that and you guys wouldn't let me.
Rain also got the notebook that told a little bit of the lore of what was going on
I will
in
point out
the
that
lair.
the his release was the second part of the deal I hadn't revealed yet, but then, well, a pirate man, bird, being decided to do what they do best.
Yeah.
Yamakasi is a he.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yamakowski doing that was insane.
Mhm.
but
None of the
very
plan
interesting.
happened at all to what a plan even semblance. That's why I just.
Not even
That's why I stopped even trying to stop. I was like, I kind of wanted to see what happens. Like, it actually
And
got Rain's morbid curiosity of how the.
Rain doing that is insane.
Well,
Because
Rain just.
Rain is the planner.
Yeah, she was just like, well, that's past what I planned. So, like, okay, we're now into absolute chaos
we're
mode.
winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but the
She's
most
had to
fun
wing
thing about
plans
that
before,
for
but she was
me
hoping to not wing this one.
was most fun thing for me was having an NPC going along with at that time Eoline's body as he did
Mhm.
that because I as Wet Hands existed inside Grease Fleur's stomach even though he got knocked unconscious, so I was able to be like, oh, like Mage Hand just pat that bag into the other bag.
Yeah. And I think that was a really like creative way to still honor like Callum's plan and Callum's
Mhm.
final action as well because
And
like
it
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 sucks
paid
to
off
just
why he
pass
becomes an
out, you
apartment
know.
complex. Like, it
Exactly.
made it like, "Oh, this is why he got all these
No,
friends," and stuff like that.
did
Yeah.
the perfect writer where I think a lesser writer or lesser DM would have just let that have been a failure and been like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Well,
For
you're
sure.
dead.
you brought it to the next level, which is you're still technically gonna fail, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't know what the outcome of what you just wanted to do is,
And it was
so
anyways, but you get this win that you think is one.
this is more interesting than letting it not happen.
Yeah.
Which
Hey,
is kind of the thing. Yeah.
real quick, I have to go just 'cause
Yeah.
work. Um, my final thought that I wanna
Yeah.
leave you guys and then discuss whatever you guys wanna discuss, but, kinda touching back on the Sub-City Ravens, I love that they just, like, randomly were sprinkled in there with the heist, including at the end when you guys went
Uh,
to the like burnt down dock and you guys just had a night together afterwards.
yeah.
Um, but one last thing about Jazzful with that is, man, you guys have no idea why she was having a mental breakdown on that
Nope.
plank. And it's just
Assumptions
once you
as
guys
me that it's either A, she might have heard what's happening down in Ladris and is worried about her brother, which is a possibility, or maybe something she learned about family crap. I don't know what it is, but like clearly it affected her heavily that was off screen. And I'm like, there's options.
you guys are gonna lose your minds one day, and I'll leave you at that.
Wait, no,
Good
Brian, you have to do
morning,
one last thing, which is you have to introduce yourself because we never did intros.
Oh
my
shit.
name is Brian Creevy. I'm the DM, the Disaster Master here, and good morning.
Oh, he's
Love you
back.
guys.
Love you too.
Yeah,
Bye.
he's like, I had to leave for the bit, but
But I want to say I love you
love you.
before I go home. But love you.
So, do we want to continue, Vic, or do we want to sign off?
I'm kind of tired. I am having a good time.
Well, no, I stayed. I don't blame you. Even if it's just us chatting as friends instead of being on DisasterCast, that's okay too. 'Cause that's less energy.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I think I'll leave it off with I love Brian's DMing. I think
Okay.
he's doing
Well,
an
I guess now we're
incredible job.
outroing ourselves. We're just, I'm Conlan. I play Rain and Bracken.
Yeah.
We're heading out, and that's Vicky who plays Andy
Ah.
and Knock and
Yes.
Lemon and
And
Hiss. I was remembering my character's name because I usually forget Altuk's name. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I play probably the queerest characters in the show.
let's put. You should do when we
Yeah.
do that little one-shot thing, which we're gonna do. Try and do soon, especially because they're going on vacation. We should plan to try and do it during that.
True.
So that means we actually
Okay.
this weekend need to chat.
Okay,
Maybe we'll talk
we
after
got
this,
it.
off screen.
Yeah.
But we're working on a one-shot with some of our friends that you've not seen or met yet, but have happened in the background of off-stream DMing that we've done. So I'll leave it with that. You'll see it when Brian's on vacation, because we need to make content, or maybe this might not work. So, good morning.
Good morning.
I need to click the end card.